Well, good afternoon, my YouTube friends. It's Margaret again, and we've got a beautiful day. 24.9 C in the grow room, 65% humidity, and I'm sat on the sunny side. Anyway, we're going down to -2 or 3 tonight, so I'm very conscious of having the orchids dry before the evening. And sometimes you watch somebody's video and you just think to yourself, that's exactly what I want. And this is what I did yesterday. I was watching Make of Mixed Masdevallias, and he'd got these, and he was watering his mazzies. He was showing you how to water them. And I thought, oh God, that's just what I want. So I said to Keith, the one that Mick used was double this size, but this came in a pack of 3. I've got on there, it's virtually out now, plain rainwater. This is fertilised water, and this is fertilised water. And they're only rabbit feeders, I believe, something like that I think they're called. And I sit here with my little chair, with my little table, and I've done these so far. I'll show you what to do afterwards. Can you see this one? And can you see? Actually, I don't need the tray just for a minute to show you. Can you see I've got 2 buds coming out of that one. And this is, there you can see. And there's the 2 buds. It flowered last year for me, and I think I'd got 1 bud last year. So what I do now, I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but I'm retired, so it doesn't matter. But this is the time now. We're still in winter, although outside thinks it's approaching spring. But we've got to get through February, and we've got to get through March. And like I say, I'm conscious of some of the things not drying out enough. So you see, this way, I'll show you with another Cattleya. What I've been able to do is actually just target the actual roots. And I'll just hang that back up there, excuse me, just reaching across. And then this one especially. And this is the Tolunia, the species one. And you see, when I normally spray, you can't avoid catching the actual fans. And what I like to do is I like to actually water the wood. Can you see how the green growing tips search out that wood? And I caught that one with my finger, so that one died back. But look, you see, we've got green growing tips. And so all I've done this morning is, and you see there, I've got another green growing tip there. That one. I just go down with this now, like this, and just target the areas that I need. That's that new growth, that new. They send out fans, so that's the newest one. So, and then you see, you can target right down to the bottom. Just hang that back there for a minute. And let's just. You're still with me, right? Cattleya, Walkeriana, Vasa cerulean. And you see, a lot of my roots on this one are located through here. And although we've got some beautiful fat pseudobulbs, it hasn't actually flowered yet. So I'm trying to keep up with good fertilisation and bright sunlight. And again, you see, what I've been able to do this morning is to actually target those roots. Put that there now. And this one, I'm just going to bring the little tray up now because this one, it's in a pot. And this is, let me see, Delosa. And I've got some coconut husk on this, and I've got some lovely roots growing. Can you see the roots tucked in there? There. But I've also, if you notice, if I can get close enough, I've got a new little growth there. Tiniest little growth there. Now, if I was to get water on that new growth, then that could well abort. And that has happened to me. Just bear with me a minute. That has happened to me with this bulbophyllum. You see, it tried to put out a new growth last year, this one, and died. And it did have a new growth through here, and that's died. So what I've done now is I've just targeted those roots there, and so this is what I'm going to do with those that I need to just keep my eye on, because they're actively growing. Now this one, this is BLC Noble's Fanta, and see, it tried to put out a new growth last October, and it got that far and then it died back. But if you look now, there, you see, we've got this lovely nice big growth there. And now whether you'll see, let me just bring it round because I've not watered this one yet. It's just started to waken up, this. Can you see on that root, there's a white root there, and there's a little tiny speck of green. That's just awakening. And if we look the same here, that little root there, believe it or not, that's just starting to waken up. So this is a good time, and I don't want to get any water at all on that emerging new cane. So what I do now, what I'm doing today, is just picking those out that I need to just target. I did the small Tolumnias, Tolumnia Peach, that I had from Mark, as well as the species one, and they're back in situ. So I fill this up, and so all I need to do now, can you see? Is just target. So there's no spraying. I can just target those roots individually. I think it's brilliant. And I mean, those with a huge big collection might think, well, I can't be arsed doing this all day. But if I get any water on those newly emerging growths and our temperatures go down too much, then I run the risk of the plant aborting that particular growth, like it did with that one, of course, this one. And then we go round here, because that's where we've got this other root here, this one. And all I need to do there is just spray a little down there. That's where that little emerging root is coming. And that's it for that one. That will soon dry. Now let me just pick one off here and I'll show you another one as an example. So hold on. Sorry, just bear with me a minute, I've got to find which one. Now with some of my big amounts, I suppose it doesn't matter. But it's the ones that have got these emerging growths. And this is the bat bulbs off the Cattleya Lovecastle Carena. There, you see. And you see that new little growth there. At some point I damaged that leaf, I don't know why. And this one, you see, I try and pour some water on this birch, on this piece of wood, this piece of birch. But I'm so conscious of damaging this new growth. So, but now, can you see, without giving any splashes at all, the only thing you have to do, you have to remember to tighten the bottle up, so that otherwise it just drips on you. So, I just do this targeted approach. There we go. I'll just show you on a couple more, but I don't think these were very expensive. And I think, like I say, they're probably called little rabbit feeders. But it enables me just to keep these roots hydrated. See, they're all hydrated now, all those roots, and not one speck of water has gone on the new growth. I'm just going to place that there so it doesn't tip. And you see, I've got this little seedling here. This was from Mark, and you can see it's growing. This is that special one with a funny name. There we go. And I'm always so careful with this one. And we've got a little tiny root there. Can you see that little tiny root there? And we've got a root there, a main root there. So for this one, you see, this dries out very quickly. So if I can just target that little root now and just put a little bit of water on there, and then this can go back, and this one's growing very nicely. This is the Vanda Cinnamon Ascocentrum Ampulaceae. This is the one that flowered for me last year. I had this one in that little terrarium, if you remember. But look, this growth coming out here, and I've got this one, and I've got a newly emerging one down there, and I've got this tiny little root. Can you see that? Tiny little root. So, and it's got one other root there, and that's all it's got. So now I'm going to just do this like this, so I don't get anything in those fans, and just target that little area there. And it's turned green already, that one has. Put that on there. And I've got this one I'm trying to bring back from the brink. And this is Cattleya gasculliana. Doing very well. So doing it this way, you see. Now I can do this targeted approach. There we go. Now these will dry out by this evening when we go down to -2, and I've checked the Mazda valleys in the hallway, and they'll just have to wait till tomorrow. And now I don't know whether this video will have been of any use to anybody, but I watched, like I say, Mick's video yesterday, and I thought these were ideal just for these little targeted areas that you want to water when you've got newly emerging growth. So I'm going to carry on now, and we'll be back at some point. Bye bye now.